Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, we are doing something a little bit different. We are not working with acrylic. I am actually working a short, white, simple set, but we are not using acrylic. These are going to be using Gel-X tips. So this client has been on my channel before. She is a super long girl, but just wanted a little bit of a change and wanted to go super simple. I will link other videos that she's gotten on my channel just so you can get a vibe of like what kind of nails this client loves. Just so you can see how drastically different this is for the both of us. But just getting started as usual, spraying her down with some alcohol, 1 to wet the cuticle and the skin area, but 2 also to disinfect and remove any moisture. And I used a rubber tipped cuticle pusher just to push the skin back. This client doesn't really grow excessive or uber thick cuticle areas, so I didn't have to use a metal scraper. Just pushing the skin back so I can get underneath it. As you can see with my skiver bit, I love it so much. It has a diamond abrasion, so it's safe for the natural nail. And as you can see, it's uber flat. I don't spend a significant amount of time using this bit. I don't want to cause rings of fire. Mainly, I am just using it to scrape up any dead skin on that back portion of the nail. And because it's pointy, I can kind of get it up under the very tip of the epinicium of the skin. That's what I'm doing here. I have my e-file at a very low speed, pretty much the slowest speed possible. My e-file does not have a LED display or a dial, so I don't know how fast it is, but once you click it on, that's the slowest speed. That's what I'm using here. After that, I'm gonna go in with my sanding band and give these nails a nice light buffing. So I get these sanding bands from Nailz. These are coarse actually, so I use even less pressure than normal. You're gonna see I'm not spending at all a significant amount of time on the nail. You don't really want to, with your sanding band or with any prep bit, grind down into that natural nail. You just kind of want to remove the shine, get rid of any unevenness or excess dead skin that might be on the nail plate. You're going to see me also putting it on her skin. This client does have dry skin, and I scold her all the time. She does chew at the dead skin. She has like a lot of hangnail, so sometimes I will place the sanding band on her skin to just kind of buff it down a little bit. I will go in later with an actual ball bit to smooth all of that out, but that's what you see me doing here. So like I mentioned before, I am going in with this ball bit, and this bit is not going on her nail. This bit is going on the skin. So again, it's a diamond abrasion. I do turn the speed up quite a bit. I like it to be to a medium to high speed. If you use this bit at a very slow speed, it will not do what you need it to do. When the skin is dry, it's really tough. If you turn your speed up all the way, well, not all the way, you don't want to hurt your client, but if you turn it up, then it's just basically going to kind of file down or sand down that dry dead skin. So you see me applying it, sorry that it's out of frame, but you see me applying it to her skin, kind of working those hangnails. Sometimes I will flip my e-file back in the reverse direction so that I can file both ways to kind of get rid of any dead skin. This is a great option if you're someone who feels a little bit uncomfortable with a cuticle nipper or like a cuticle scissors. You know, this is a good option as well for you. Love beautiful prep. I'm gonna go in even more with some prepping bits after, you know, throughout the process of this set, so that when she leaves, she has a beautiful appearance to not only the nails but the skin surrounding the nails as well. So the Apres tips that I'm using for her are the short, medium, natural gel tips. I have almost all of them. I really, really love this option. When this client came, she just said, you know, I want a really short, simple white set. And I thought, and I was just kind of like, do you want to just go gel tips? Because to do an acrylic set on short nails is just so much work. These are going to last really, really long for you, especially if you just want to take a break from long nails. And she was down. So that's what we did. I grabbed this box. I have a lot, pretty much almost all of the Apres Gel-X tip sets. But yeah, we just went short, natural, and square is the shape. So I have already etched the insides of the tips with the same ball bit. I just used it to kind of scratch the inside. It's a good thing to do so that the gel that you're going to apply later has something to hold on to. Also, we did buff her natural nails as well. So you see me, I went in with the dehydrator. It's a step 1. They call it pH bonder in the Apres set, but it's basically just dehydrator. Then I went in with their primer. Now I'm going in with the Gel-X gel in a bottle. This is basically hard gel that they put in this really cool application bottle that looks like polish. And I think it's fantastic. I use it all the time, even without the gel set. The gel tips. I really, really love this product. It's basically just a hard gel. So I'm giving her a nice thin coat. Well, I wouldn't say thin. It's not like thin. It's not thick either. I would say like a medium coat of this gel product. And you see me taking my time to really, really coat the nails. Make sure I get it up all the way to the cuticle, sometimes hopefully even under the eponychium, and being very careful not to get it on the skin. Gel is an exothermic product, which means it releases heat. If you've ever wondered why you feel heat when you put your hand in an LED light, you might be using a product that cures, and the LED or UV light helps to make it makes it hard and it releases heat. So that's basically what you're feeling. Especially for this part of the process, you don't want to apply too much because it will for sure burn your client. But always just let them know if they opt to do a gel set that they might feel some type of discomfort with heat. But I'm just applying a nice, medium layer of gel, and then I'm going to have her cure for 60 seconds to lock this down on her natural nails. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. We're not working acrylic, but this is basically the fun stuff. So I like to apply a good amount of the gel to the back of the tip, focusing it on the cuticle area. And often when I'm doing gel sets, I have the client actually help me. Not all the time, but I like to get them involved. It just helps me out. So I'm using this little LED flashlight. As you saw, I tell her like, okay, when I say when, you're gonna click the button. And they just kind of help me out while I'm using my thumb to apply pressure to the gel tip. So that we don't get any air pockets or anything like that. They flash cure for me, and once I feel like the nail has adhered a tiny bit, then I take over and just kind of do my thing. I do in between fingers occasionally have them cure if I feel like a gel tip didn't adhere with the LED light as strong as I want it to, and it might be moving a bit, causing air pockets. I will just have them put their hand in the LED light for a full 30 to 60 seconds just to lock it down. But for the most part, this is basically the process. I've done Gel-X on my channel before with my birthday set. Yeah, my birthday set, I did the Sean Legend extra long square C-curve, what was it? Gel tips. But I was using that like colored hard gel that Apres came out with. In this case, we're just using clear, nothing crazy. But as you can see, nice and clean and super fast, guys. Like this process, I think she came in and was out in like 45 minutes, maybe a little bit, maybe an hour. Less than an hour, but it was super fast, especially for what we were doing. It was a very simple set. We didn't do anything fancy. So I love this option. Definitely consider this if you have clients who just like a simple design. So as you see, she's helping me out. I just, it's helpful. It's really, really hard. If you do gel tips, then you totally understand, especially with that little light that they often give you. I can't imagine doing this on my own without this LED flashlight. Super affordable and cheap too, and it works really well. I got it from Amazon in a set of like 3 or 4, so it's really, really great. In terms of making sure that the extend gel doesn't overflow, it just depends on how much you apply into the tip beforehand. I can't give you like a measurement. Maybe I'll show you, maybe on the thumb, I'm not sure if I show you how much I'm applying, but for the most part, you just want to place the cuticle part of the tip pretty much underneath the eponychium and then press from the back down towards the free edge of there. You're going to see it here. So I'm placing it down. You're going to see the gel kind of sliding forward, and the second it touches the free edge of her nail, I'm going to flash cure. You don't really want the extend gel to kind of surpass the natural nail or the free edge of the natural nail, because then you're going to get spillage. You're going to have to clean it up. It might be sticky on the backside, and it's just a waste of product for the most part. If you happen to get product that oozes out towards the back, no biggie. You're just going to be able to have to file that away and then clean that up a little bit later. But it's just best to squeeze really hard from the back of the nail and then slowly apply pressure to push the gel towards the free edge. I had the client cure for 60 seconds to get all 10 fingers locked and loaded, and now we're just going to shape a tiny bit. These tips do come with that little tag that's in the middle of the nail, so I'm just using really light pressure. As you can see, I didn't do too much to get rid of that. We want that nice sharp square shape, especially on a shorter nail. I do like shorter nails to be super crisp, so I'm just filing the free edge just like that, just to make sure that it's straight and to get rid of that little tag that's set in the center. And then I'm actually buffing the nails with my hand file. I knew we were going to go in with some polish, and just wanted to make sure that the Gel-X tip, which is super smooth and shiny, had a rough surface so that the gel polish had something to stick to. So if you've been working with Gel-X tips before and you feel like they don't look all the way natural, they kind of look like press-ons, here's probably why. It's very important to go in with a cuticle bit and thin out the sidewall and cuticle areas. So I did buff the nails. This is a prep bit, but as you can see, it's basically like a cylinder. It's flat topped, it's super straight. I love this for working Gel-X. You can really get that sharp edge really close to the sidewalls. I'm so sorry that it's out of frame, to the sidewalls and cuticle area, just as you can see there. And I'm using it not at a slow speed like I would on the natural nail, so a little bit like a medium speed. And you just want to go around the edges of that tip. So if you didn't get it all the way up under the skin, you just want to thin it out so it just has a natural appearance. Also, this is helping to buff her skin as well, because it is a diamond abrasion, and you're going to see towards the end of the service that the nails and the skin surrounding it looks so beautiful and smooth. There's a smooth transition from one to the other. So definitely, if you're working with gel tips and you're wondering why they might look a little bit fake, just work that cuticle. So I'm just dusting her off. I did spray her down with alcohol and wipe just to get rid of any dust and debris. And then we're gonna go in to finish the set. For the most part, she just wanted white short nails. I'm using Baby Powder by iGel Beauty. It's a fave, I love it. It's basically like a stark white. Can't go wrong with it. It's affordable, it gets the job done. The thing with working with gel polishes, especially these super opaque colors, black, white, like dark blues, dark purples, you have to work in thin layers. So I'm gonna be doing 2 coats of this white gel polish, and I'm working extremely thin on these coats. You might be able to even see through the coats, maybe not on camera, but in person you could definitely see through. That's what she was looking at. I'm like, don't worry, I got you. We're doing 2 coats. But that is the way to get a nice smooth finish to these polishes. Because if you apply a thick, say really nice coverage, the light will not be able to penetrate through. You're prone to getting ripples. If you've ever gotten ripples in your gel polish or it's peeling up, it's because you're working too thick. Best just work in super thin layers. You will get the coverage if it's a product that works really well. I'm gonna have her cure for 60 seconds in between each coat. And just take a look at the thumb and how flush that tip looks on her natural nail. It looks natural, like maybe I did an acrylic set on her or it's her natural nail. That's because we went in with that cuticle bit afterwards and cleaned everything up so that the Apres tip looks really flush for her. In terms of getting a good application around the cuticle and sidewall area, especially with the color like white, we need it to be super crisp. I am just taking my time. As you can see, I'm working very slowly. I like to wiggle, kind of push the brush up towards the cuticle instead of using the tip of the square edge of the brush. You're gonna see me, well, you probably saw it already, but I just place the brush towards the cuticle and just kind of push. There you go, push. And then that kind of just curves around and does it for me. I try my best not to put the square tip edge of that brush around that area because it's square. I'm more likely to make a mistake and kind of touch the skin or make a jagged mark. So again, push. That's how I get, a nice tight application of gel product around that cuticle area. And then you can use the sides of the brush to do the sidewalls and the free edge and all that stuff. But this is the second coat. It's looking nice and clean, and just take your time. If you want cure in between each finger, make sure you're cleaning up if you make any mistakes. We want this to be nice and sharp and clean because it's just a simple short white set. All right, so to finish this set off, we're just going in with some Gloss It from Not Polish. I did ask her if she wanted glossy or matte nails, and we thought about it, but we ended up going glossy, just nice and simple for this beautiful, beautiful, crisp, white, simple short set. I'm gonna have her cure for 60 seconds, and then basically we're done. And here's the photo of the finished set. Super, super pretty and sharp and clean. Look at the gel application. Love it. Give me some props, guys. It came out really, really pretty. Here's your action shot. Hopefully you love this tutorial. Like if you like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.